Good evening, Northeast viewers. Welcome to Weekly News Roundup. GPRN NSN Unification has criticized and Kitovi Zimomi for supporting the resumption of peace talks between the central government and NSN IM, calling his stance contrary to the Working Committee of Naga National Political Group. GPRN NSN Unification leaders MP Nokpao Konyak and Alezo Vanu stated that prior to Kitovi's impeachment on April 21st, he had opposed further talks, maintaining negotiations ended on October 31st. They accused Kitovi of misleading the Nagas and working with NSN IM to delay a final agreement. GPRN NSN Unification also welcomed the cancellation of identification cards for Kitovi's group, calling it a strong step by the government to curb the proliferation of armed outfits. They urged the Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA) to enforce the ceasefire ground rules strictly and condemn Kitovi's removal for corruption and violating ceasefire rules. The group emphasized the importance of Working Committee and NPGs in securing a political solution with the government and highlighted the 2012 ceasefire as the foundation for current peace efforts. Nagin Alliance for Children and Women's Rights (NSCWR) has expressed deep concern and condemnation over the serious allegations of sexual abuse against minor involving Robert Kikon, the former senior pastor of Father's House Church. In a statement, NSCWR President Azung and General Secretary Jan Purongmai condemned the crime, demanding that Kikon be charged under Section 21 of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences (POCSO) Act. The alliance labelled assault as abhorrent and stressed that such acts of violence have no place in society. NSCWR also urged the authorities to ensure swift action, advocating for the protection, rescue and rehabilitation of the victims. The alliance emphasized the need for a fair and timely trial to bring the perpetrator to justice. NSCWR extended its support to the victim and their families, acknowledging the immense trauma they are enduring. The alliance reaffirmed its solidarity with the victims, calling for their voices to be heard and their rights upheld. Meanwhile, according to authorities, the former pastor has been absconding and the police was on lookout for him. Senior members of Father's House Church had lodged a formal complaint on the 5th of October. The Principal District and Session Judge and Special Judge POCSO Act Kohima, Mezi Voloti There, has sentenced a man to undergo rigorous imprisonment of 20 years for sexual assault on a minor girl below 12 years of age. The special judge vide judgment and order dated October 8, 2024 also imposed a fine of ₹5,000 on the convict, identified as one Suluneye Suro. In default of payment of the fine, the convict would undergo another simple imprisonment of 1 year. The convict was arrested in connection with a case registered at Kohima Women Police Station. The accused was also sentenced for commission of aggravated sexual assault with rigorous imprisonment for a period of 5 years and a fine of ₹1,000. In default of the payment of fine, he would undergo simple imprisonment of 6 months. The case was investigated by UBSI Zisevanu Yoshu and the trial was conducted by Special Public Prosecutor Kohima L. Sashimongla Jamir. Further, the judge directed the Kohima District Legal Authority to process for payment of compensation to the victim if not recommended earlier. Ekot Nagin has expressed concern over the state government's delay in helping the Northeast Frontier Railway (NFR) redevelop Dimapur railway station into a world-class facility with a budget of ₹283 crore. The project, set to start by April 30, 2024, has been delayed because the government hasn't removed illegal settlers on railway land. Dimapur is the second highest revenue-earning station in the region and handles around 10,000 passengers, but it has seen little development for years. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has led the foundation for upgrading 508 railway stations, including Dimapur, in August 2023. However, Ekot says the station's expansion is stalled because the government hasn't either relocated the station to another area or compensated for the encroached land. NFR has asked the government for a plane but is still waiting. Without quick action, Ekot warns that the project might be cancelled or moved to a station in Assam, turning Dimapur into a transit point and affecting the local businesses. The Global Naga Forum (GNF), an organization that supports the right of the Naga people, has accused a major from the Assam Rifles of spying on them illegally. In a letter to Major General Manish Kumar, GNF said the Major Narendra station in Avanku, Nagaland had been secretly monitoring a WhatsApp group of GNF members for the past 5 months. The GNF pointed out a specific incident on April 24 when a member named Tong Tsumoi was stopped at a border checkpost by Major Narendra. The major allegedly took Tong Tsumoi's phone and forced him to add the officer to the WhatsApp group. When Tong Tsumoi refused, he was denied entry into Nagaland. GNF says this violated the freedom of speech and privacy as outlined in Article 19(1)(a) and 21 of the Indian Constitution. They also mentioned that the major was removed from the group once his presence was discovered. The GNF argued that this kind of surveillance violates international agreements like the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People (UNDRIP). The forum has demanded that Assam Rifles take action against the major, but there has been no response yet from the organization. Union Minister Kiran Rijiju has criticized Khalistani leader Gurpantwan Singh Pannun for his remarks about Arunachal Pradesh. Rijiju, who is from Arunachal Pradesh, questioned Pannun on his X handle, asking, "Is Arunachal Pradesh your personal property that you're asking China to take it?" Rijiju expressed concern about certain groups in India supporting divisive forces, calling them the Tukre gang, a term used for groups allegedly trying to break India apart. His comments came after Pannun's recent statement, which have been widely condemned. In a video, Pannun, a leader of the banned group Sikhs for Justice (SFJ), threatened to fuel independence movement in Jammu and Kashmir, Assam, Manipur and Nagaland, just like in Punjab. He also urged Chinese President Xi Jinping to take back Arunachal Pradesh, falsely claiming that the state belongs to China. The video surfaced after Canada reaffirmed its respect for India's territorial integrity, with Canada's Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs David Morrison stating there is only one India, and that has been made very clear. Pannun, who has been promoting secessionist activities, was declared a terrorist by India in the year 2020.